Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. All right. If you remember when we did our free Patreon episode, we did what was the most common lie wives tell their husbands. Now we're flipping that. We're doing what is the most common lie husbands tell their wives. So let's get into it. It looks fine. We really have no idea if it's fine or not. We just want to get going. Facts, bro. Man, they'll ask you like a million times, oh, this look good. Is this right? Is this okay? And it's like, yes, it looks great. Let's go. Like, I'm hungry. Man, facts, bro. I'd love to go do X on my day off. Yeah. Because it's kind of like asking your girl for permission without asking her for permission, if I ain't going to be honest with you. Oh, 100%. It's one of those things where you're kind of like, you're asking her, like, hey, I'd love to do this, aka can I go do this? Knowing that she's not going to let you do it, but, you're kind of like, please, Facts. Oh, man. How much something really costs. Facts. Oh, I be doing that to my girl all the time. Oh, because she'll be just like, she always asks me the simple question of like, why do you need that? And I always like try to justify it to her and stuff like that. And I said that I talked about it on the episode and I was just like, oh, I need it because of this reason, And a lot of times, she'll make me realize I don't need it and then I return it. But a lot of times she doesn't realize how much sometimes some things cost. And she's just like, that cost how much? And I'm just like, it was just like this much money. And she's just like, that's a lot of fucking money. I'm like, I know. I'm just, you know what I mean? It's just like facts, bro. Facts. You can play, her game. I got it on sale. Yes, I'm happy to go to the mother-in-laws again for the second time this week. Oh, man. Especially if you are in that relationship where your girl's parents just fucking hate you for no reason. Oh, bro. That would piss me off. I would hate going to their house all the time, especially if I knew that my girl's parents didn't like me. I'd just be like, why are we here? Wife holds up two dresses and asks which I like better. I tell her I like the one on the left. The truth is they both look equally nice, and I have no way of quantifying or determining which looks better, but many years of experience tells me that if I say they're the same, she'll get upset and tell me that I can't possibly be true, and then she'll choose the other one every single time. Facts. Because anytime my girl's just like, oh, which one? I'm just like, I always try to think, okay, which one does she want me to pick? Because a lot of times girls know what they want to pick, all right? Let's keep it under OP here. They know what they want to pick, okay? It's like, yo, they're asking you and you're just like, you already know which one you want to pick. And they're just like, no, I don't. It's like,
stop the cap.
Like, come on, you already know. You just want me to pick the same one as you without, you telling me. It's this game that they try to play where they chose one and then they're like, okay, I want my guy to read my mind and choose the same one as me. Because I guarantee you, if there's two dresses and you choose the one that she didn't choose, she would just be like, really? This one? I don't know. I didn't really like this one. I mean, I like this one, but this one has this and and you're just like, fuck. Because if I would have chose the other one, she'd have just been like, oh, I like this one too, so I'm going to go with this one. Oh man, all my guys out there, that is the truth. And you girls know that is too. You want your man to co-sign on the one that you already picked. Man, I can't stand that shit. Can't stand it. But it's the way it is, yes, I want to do slash eat slash eat some or see something, insert something she wants here. Oh, when a guy is just like, yeah, I want to do it because, you know, the girl's just like, oh, I want to do this. Like, you know, do you want to do it too? And then you're just like, yeah, I want to do it, you know, and you really don't. You just kind of want to be home and fucking doing nothing. But, you know, she wants to go do something. And then she asks you the dreaded, oh, do you want to do something? I've learned in my relationship is that whenever she asks, hey, do you want to do something? Do you want to eat something? Do you want to, you know, anything like that? She's asking me, I want to do this. Do you want to do it with me? I want to eat this. Do you want to eat it with me? Is what she's actually asking. And a lot of times I just fucking say yes because I'm like, the mental gymnastics, you know, and the decoding the womanese, I'm tired. I'm just going to say yes and go along with it. Like there's so many times where I've just eaten food where I'm just like, or I've eaten when I'm not hungry, or, you know, I've like gone to a place I really don't give a fuck to be at, but, you know, she's all happy and walking around like, oh, and I'm just like, as long as she's happy, you know, like facts, bro. Facts. All right. I'll do it in a second. Facts. We talked about this on the Patreon episode, you know, how like women, you know, when they say that they want it something done, they actually mean they want it done now. And for me, I always said that like if you don't put a sense of urgency on it, the guy is going to just like, okay, cool, I'll put it on the list, but I already got all this other stuff that I'm doing. So unless you put urgency on it, I'm going to put it at the bottom of the list. And so, you know, for me, I thought I was just like, yeah, facts. That's the same, where it's like, you know, if I say I'm going to do it in a second, that usually means like wait until I've finished everything else and then I'll get to it, you know, so. I was in there for an hour because my stomach is upset. I wasn't mindlessly scrolling through Reddit. That nigga was on the toilet and she was just like, you know, he was like, oh, I was only in there for an hour. You know, she was like, you were in there forever. It's like, oh, I was only in there for an hour. And in reality, man, you were in there. Because me, I'm like that. I'd be watching YouTube, you know, while I'm taking a shit and stuff like that. And she, you know, my legs are all falling asleep. And she's wondering, like, why were you in the bathroom for so long? It was just like, I was watching YouTube. She's kind of gotten to a point where now, you know, she knows, like, if it's been a while and I'm taking a dump, she's like, yeah, that nigga's on YouTube. Yes, that situation at work where you are clearly at least partially at fault and made a series of bad decisions that didn't help anything is not your fault. Oh, you playing with fire on that one. Like when a girl comes to you and she's just like, oh, you know, I did this and, you know, so-and-so said that I did it wrong when I clearly thought I did it right, but I guess I did it wrong or whatever. Like, how dare she be nosy and come over when this is just a conversation between me and the supervisor and blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, yeah, babe, you're so in the right. That other girl was not in the right. How dare she tell you how to do your job correctly? Yeah. I bet so many dudes go, man, me, I've gotten to a point where it's not that I don't say anything, but I ask her questions and I'm just like, oh, really? How did that make you feel? You know, when she came up to you like that, you know, did that upset you? Did that make you, you know, like what did you do? You know, like, yeah, did you say anything back to her? You know, I just be asking questions. I don't really ever like give a, not necessarily feedback, but I just don't give her like my opinion. Okay, I don't give her my opinion. I don't give her my 2 cents. None of that. I just ask her questions and I'm just like, oh, okay. How did that make you feel? You know, why do you think that she did that? Well, you know, has she always been nosy? You know, is she always up in your business? Really? Okay. I mean, do you think that you did it wrong? You know, and that's all I do. And that way she can kind of just ramble on her own. And a lot of times, you know, that's what she wants. And then she's just like, I feel so better now. And I'm just like, cool. You know what I mean? I don't give my opinion. I don't give my stance on the situation or my point of view. None of that shit. All I do is just sit there and I ask simple questions. And it goes a long way, man. It goes a long way. Guys out there, you know, and ladies, teach your guys that, you know what I mean? Because it's like, you're just trying to vent. You're right. I just wasn't thinking it through. Damn, son. Hey, sometimes you got to pick your battles, bro. You know what I mean? If you're a guy and you just kind of know your girl like that and you know that this is going to start a huge argument, a lot of times, you know, you just tell her she's right and you just move on because it ain't worth it at that time. You know what I mean? Like it ain't worth it. It's like, I'm good. I'm done. You know, I'm not going to really fight about it. You know what I mean? So facts, big facts. Oh, I mean, I don't drink a lot of alcohol, but in the times I do, you know, my girl sometimes will just be like, oh, you smell like alcohol. And I'm just like, I only had 2 drinks when, you know, in reality, your boy out here.
Stop the cap.
It's like, oh, man, I may have had like 4 or 5, but, you know, but my girl knows that I don't drink that much, but I understand for guys that, you know, frequent the bar and they go out all the time, you know what I mean? She's just like, how many beers did you have? And he's like, oh, I only had 2. It was only 2, I promise.
Stop the cap.
You know, and she like, nigga, you capping, shut up. Everything will be fine after just learning my wife likely has breast cancer. The truth is I'm scared shitless and don't know what I or my 3 kids who are all younger than 15 would do without her. Woo! You know, I've always said this great quote that the strength of a man is the strength of the relationship. And, you know, if you as a man are very, you know, weak-minded, you know what I mean, and you just don't have that strength to really get through things, then, you know, your relationship's going to fall apart. And for this guy, saying something like everything is going to be all right is a lot of times, even when you don't mean it, even when it's not the truth, they need to hear that, because women are big predicators of like energy and, you know, the vibe, of course. But you have to understand that when their man is confident that, hey, we're going to get through this, we got this, you know, we're good. She innately is okay after that. She's like, okay, my man, my leader, you know, my protector and my provider, he's got us. You know, he's going to figure something out, and through this tough time, I'm going to get through it by following his lead and being there and allowing him to kind of lead our family through this tough time. And a lot of times you have to do that, even if it's a lie. And ladies out there, yes, we do this a lot, because we understand that you guys have a lot of feelings. We understand that you guys have a lot going on, and, you know, a lot of times the world may seem like it's ending for you guys, you know what I mean? And you guys are just like, oh my God, you know, and it's understandable 100%. But it takes a very strong-willed man to tell his woman, hey, I got it. We're good. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. We're going to get through this. So, you know, that is a very common lie that husbands tell their wives, but I think that's a more necessary one, if I'm being honest with you, because the strength of the man is the strength of the relationship, and that's just the way it is, you know, because women predicate heavily on their man's ability to be able to be strong in a tough situation, because that's the leader, that's their protector, the provider, that's the person they look up to, you know. When a woman is in a really great relationship with a man that she loves, respects, and admires, she's going to look up to her dude, especially in those tough times, man, especially in those tough times. So, you know, hey man, that's a big one. I do this one. This $500 thing or item only costs $75. Facts, bro. I be lying to my girl all the time. I'd be like, yo, she was like, oh my God, this thing's like really cool. How much did it cost? And I'm like, oh, like $75, and really it cost me like $300 or some shit. Yeah, or I'll be like, oh yeah, babe, no, they were having a sale. Usually this thing is like $400, but I got it for $100. Like fucking great, right? And then she's just like, what, bargain? Oh my God. She all about it. She's like, yo, I'll be doing that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm bad. I'm horrible. I know them ladies are just like, uh-oh, red flag. This guy. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, especially if it's your day off. Oh, if it's your day off and you're just like, it's fine. Everything I planned to do today can wait. Let's go do what you want to do. Oh, because ladies, you got to understand when a man is at work, he is planning his day off to the T. To the T. When we are at work, like me, for instance, when I'm at work, I am planning my day off. Oh my God, I'm planning my day off. I'm just like, okay, when I wake up, I'm going to go ahead and eat this. Ooh, that sounds so bomb. And I'm probably going to go, do that. And then I'm going to probably get this done. I probably got to get these few things done. I'll get those done. That shouldn't take me too long. And then I'll go ahead and get that done, Like, you got to understand, ladies, when guys are at work, we are planning that day off. And if you kind of derail that for us, we won't tell you. But you're ruining the day. But we'll go do what you want to do. 100%. We'll go do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted. We will go do what you want to do. Just know that you fucked it up for your boy. You know what I mean? Because, man, I'm telling you, men, when we are at work, we plan those days, bro. Woo, we plan those days off. So, yeah. No, you're not overreacting. Whoo. That's like telling a girl to calm down, bruh. Man, or telling a girl to relax or whatever. Oh, man, you playing with fire. You're playing with fire, bro. You're playing with fire. You know what I mean? Like anytime my girl overreacts or she's doing all that kind of stuff, I try to it's like diffusing a bomb. Like if you clip the wrong wire, aka say the wrong thing, you will get that bomb to blow up on you. But if you know how to finesse and caress that bomb correctly, no pun intended. But if you know how to, finesse and caress that bomb just right, then you can avoid an explosion. You can avoid an explosion because whoo, let me tell you now, I back when, me and my significant other first got together, I was blowing up that bomb all the time. I did not know how to finesse or caress that bomb because it was just, it was bad. We were getting into a lot of fights, this and that, and then once I kind of learned, like, okay, women are fucking time bombs and we have to be bomb diffusers and we got to get in there and, say the right things, clip that right wire, and then it diffuses and we're like, whoo. So, yeah, man. Let's see. Wife, I'm going to bed. You can switch the laundry, or can you switch the laundry when it's done? Husband, yeah, sure, babe, no problem. I do this one a lot. Okay. Oh, I get, okay. And then she wakes up early in the morning and she still sees the clothes in the washer and the old clothes in the dryer because guess what? You didn't do it. You lied. Facts. Oh, facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. Facts. I've done that once or twice, bro. Yeah, cause she's like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm like, all right, cool, and I'm just like playing my PlayStation or whatever, and she's like, can you, take the clothes out of the dryer, put them in the basket, I'll fold them tomorrow morning, and then just put the clothes in the washer in the dryer, and I'm like, sure, babe, got you. I go to bed, and then I wake up, and she wakes me up, and she's just like, why didn't you put the clothes in the dryer? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I knew there was something I had to do that night. Because a lot of times, man, you're like, there was something I had to do. Fuck, what was it? And then you're like, probably wasn't even that important. You go to bed, and then she wakes you up on that shit, and you're like, oh, fuck. Yeah, it's the worst. I be doing that shit too, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I be, yeah. Yeah. That looks good on you. The truth is, I think most men see clothes as either really stand out or just everything else. Most things are in that secondary category. We can't really tell much of the time. You know, I don't know. 'Cause a lot of times, like, when my girl will tell me like, oh, you look really nice in that, and I'm like, oh, what, you know what I mean? Then I'll kind of start feeling myself or whatever. But I don't know, it's kind of very rarely. Yeah, I don't know. Even if I'm wearing like my like workout shirts or something like that, you know, I just kind of look at it like, oh, it's a workout shirt. But for her, she's like, ooh, that looks hot, you know. And I'm like, really, you know? And yeah, or like button ups, you know. She kind of likes the whole button up flannel thing, or like, you know, when you wear a long sleeve and you kind of roll it up and stuff like that. You know, you kind of got to find what your girl likes and stuff. And then once you find what your girl likes, then you kind of just wear a little more of that, and then you know, you kind of get those compliments a lot more. But yeah, I don't know. But as far as like clothing for girls, you know, when a guy's just like, oh, that looks good on you. I think that's the same thing, you know, where it's like I said with my girl, it's like, you know, I'll start to wear things that she likes very often. I think a girl should do that. You know, it's like, okay, you know, what are things that he likes me wearing, and I'm gonna wear that more often. And so, you know, that's how I feel about it anyway. That's how I feel about clothes. And if like my girl's like, oh, does this look good on me? You know, a lot of times I'm just like, a lot of times I will be honest too. And I'll just be like, no, you should change into this, you know, and I'll do that too, because a lot of times I'm like, I want my girl to look good, you know, and look good for me. You know what I mean? Like, we're going out and we're doing something, you know, I'm like, I want you to wear this, you know what I mean? And a lot of times she'll be like, okay, you know, because she already wants to look good for me. So it's like, if what she has on is, you know, not doing it for you, boy, she's like, all right, cool, I'm going to go ahead and just swap it out. So I don't know. I think that's obviously a case by case basis, of course. All right. Yes, I am also excited about our very expensive vacation. Facts. You want to know why, you know, she's excited? Because she didn't have to pay for it. You know, but no, is this most relationships? No. But it is most. Like, the last time me and my girl took a vacation, you know, I think it was like a couple years ago or whatever, you know, she was all super excited, and I was just like, I'm broke. You know what I mean? Because it was just one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, you're fucking excited. Why? Because you didn't have to pay for it. You know, it gets expensive, I ain't gonna lie to you, but I understand at the same time. You know, you want to create a good time for your girl. You want to create a nice experience and adventure and things like that. But I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of times, ladies, us guys, we're not as excited as you. Reason being is because we had to pay for it. So, you know, just think about that. All right, I'm gonna do like two more. Huh? No, I didn't notice that slutty, trashy outfit Sarah had on tonight. That left nothing to the imagination. Can you describe it? Oh no, this man out here trying to get dudes killed, bro. Oh, bro, you trying to get dudes out here killed. No, they can't know that we're, you know, we already saw the outfit. Oh man. You know, just because I love you ladies out there, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all some sauce. Anytime, and I'm sure you notice it, anytime there is an attractive woman that either walks by or is out in the distance or whatever, just know your man saw her already. You know what I mean? He saw her already. He probably chose not to stare. He probably chose not to, you know, say something, you know, about her or whatever. But I can guarantee you in his head, he was just like, damn, and looks away, you know? and you know, here's some other ones, you know what I mean? Just look at your guy, you know, if you see an attractive girl or whatever, just look at your guy and notice he'll be just kind of looking around, you know, and he'll be looking in that general direction and kind of, you know what I mean? Because, you know, what he's trying to do is he's trying to just get her in the peripherals. He's like, I'm not gonna have her in the head on view. She's just gonna be in the peripherals, you know, because if she's in the peripherals, then I'm not looking at her. She's just in my field of view, you know, and I can't blame that. Yeah. Oh man, the guys out there like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you giving away the sauce? Like, hey man. You know, it makes for a nice entertainment. Oh my God. But that's facts. I ain't gonna lie to you. This man went too far though. He was like, can you describe it? No, I wouldn't say some shit like that, because then she would just be like, why? Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know what she was wearing? You know what I mean? It's like, all right, bro, you playing with fire at this point. You know what I mean? Ugh, come on now. All right. That's going to be the end of that thread, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that thread. Oh man, when we did the other one, you know, what common lies wives tell their husbands, I was like, I have to do the reverse. I have to do the reverse of it. You know, when what husbands commonly lie to their wives about. I wanted to do the other version because I'm just like, you can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? So I wanted to do that. But yeah, let's get on to the announcements. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. $3 a month for an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as a being able to send as many scenarios or stories as you want to be featured on the show. Every month now on Patreon, we're going to be doing a free episode. So January 5th was January's free episode. And then we'll have a free episode February, March, April, May, and so on and so forth. So you guys will get one Friday episode on there. You audio listeners will get it, as well as it'll be on Patreon. So, you know, if you check out that episode and you're like, ooh, that was a pretty dope episode, then what you can do is click that support the show link. Go straight to the Patreon, $3 a month. I'll never ask for any more than that. And yeah, you get that exclusive episode every Friday, as well as getting a you know, the opportunity to send in your scenarios. I am super backlogged on scenarios, so what I'll probably do is like maybe sometime next week, probably next Tuesday, I'll go ahead and do like a all Patreon submitted scenario episode, and we'll not have a thread for that day. That way I can just kind of burn through these, because man, you guys send a lot. Like the few patrons I have, you know, you guys send a lot of scenarios, but I love it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love it. I love it. So yeah, man, you know, we're moving, we're grooving, you know, TikTok is actually just soaring to new heights, man. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing it, man. We're over 2K now, and you know, it's bigger than what I expected it to be. I love all the comments. I've been loving the interactions. You guys have been killing it in there. You guys crack me up with your comments. I ain't gonna lie to you. You guys crack me up. And if you're from Patreon, or I mean, I'm sorry, not Patreon. If you're from TikTok, then welcome, because I know ever since I put my Spotify link to my show on my TikTok page, we've been getting a surge of you guys, and that's super awesome, man. You guys see the clips, you think the clips are funny, you want to go check out the full episode. I think that's awesome. I think that's super dope, and that's amazing. So, you know, if you're new around here, please download the podcast and please rate it. 5 stars is preferable, but if you'd like to rate honestly, go ahead and rate honestly. And so it helps the show a lot. Rating as well as downloading the podcast helps a lot, man. 2024 is that year, baby. It is, you know what I mean? And if you guys want to see new things on the show and stuff like that, you might want to recommend, definitely shoot me a DM on Instagram or TikTok, and, you know, I'll see if I can implement it into the show, you know what I mean? Because I'm always looking for new ideas and new things and ways to make the show exciting and fun or whatever. So I want to do that. So thank you guys so much for all the support. And I just, hey, 2024 is that year, bro. And I want to keep going, want to keep moving. Hey, you guys, hopefully you guys are liking the Haunting Adeline on Thursday, and, you know, the craziness that we do on Tuesday, Sunday. So let's go ahead and get into our first scenario. We have, I, 18 female, had sex with a stranger from the club. Oh, shit. I was drunk, really drunk. No, I never met him before, and I don't know why I went back to the hotel with him. It makes me feel disgusting every time I think about it, and I have no idea how I didn't get an STD since we didn't use protection. He even recorded it. My face wasn't in it, and he said it was just for himself. That's really all I remember. Oh, and the made in Greece tag ass tattoo he had. Okay. He went like 4 rounds, probably more, to be honest. It was so rough, and I was in so much pain the next day. I woke up the following morning. The second I realized where I was and what happened, I grabbed everything and ran out of the hotel while that dude snored away. I was facing a 2-mile walk to my dorm in the 50-degree weather of an October morning in my clothes from the club the night before. God damn. And well, yeah, it's safe to say I have endured the ultimate walk of shame. I feel like a slut because of the whole thing, and it doesn't help that I just drowned my pain in sex the next couple of months. College has been so hard and painful. I bet. So I just keep making all the wrong choices and being so reckless, and I can't help but want a successful love life more than anything. I wish I could stop being haunted by the past, because damn girl, you... Oh, hold on.
She belongs to the streets.
Because girl, it's like, what are you doing? You know, like I get it. You know, you got you a little one night stand, whatever. You know, you got you a little strange penis, whatever. I get that. Walk of shame, so on and so forth. But you didn't learn from that? You know? Like, you didn't think like, oh shit, you know, going home with a dude, you know, him fucking me like crazy, and then me having this long ass walk of shame, that didn't like trigger something in you to be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should kind of take my dating life a little more seriously. Instead, you drowned yourself in a bunch of sex, and meaningless sex at that. It's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, do you respect yourself at all? Because it doesn't seem like you do. It seems like you're just kind of throwing caution to the wind and hoping something happens. You know what I mean? Like, girl, what are you doing? That's my thing. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you just, like I said, throwing caution to the wind and just being like, it is what it is? Like, girl, and then over here talking about, oh, I want a successful love life. Well, you ain't gonna have one doing that. You need to change. You need to change something. I don't understand why she felt like, oh my God, you know, I'm just gonna go fuck a bunch of dudes and then that's that. It's like, no. Don't do that. You're fucking yourself up, if I'm being honest with you. But, I mean, you know, you let me know what you think about that one. I just think that she could have learned from that one night stand. Like, holy shit, you know, homeboy had his way with me, you know, unprotected at that, took a video of me, which I wouldn't have condoned that. I would have told him delete it, or like, if you saw that he was filming you, I wouldn't have done it, because it goes back to the nude thing. You know, I always advocate girls to never send nudes. Never. I don't even let my girl send me nudes ever. The reason being is because I'm like, if in the event we break up, you know, I look at it like, for me, I'm not that type of guy, you know, who would like post nudes and put them on the internet or whatever. But there are those guys out there that would do it, especially a guy who fucked you and that was it. It's like, bro, yeah, you know, because what if you find that video on Pornhub? Then what? You know? And then you somehow get recognized or whatever the case may be. It's just like, say you got a mole under your titty or whatever, and it's just like, wait a minute, my girl's got a mole under her titty. My girl's pussy looks like that. You know? It's just like, dude, what are you doing? Unless you're about that life. Girls, stop sending nudes and letting dudes take videos of them fucking you. I don't care if your face is in it. I don't care if it's not. No, you should not be sending nudes. That's just stupid. That is the stupidest fucking thing ever. Like I said, I don't even let my girl send nudes like that. I'm like, no. If I want to see you naked, I'm going to go fucking see you naked. I don't need a picture of it. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't like that. Like, yeah, man. All right, on to the next one. Am I the asshole for having sex in my car? I mean, it's your car. Why would you be an asshole having sex in your car? What the fuck? This is my first post, so I apologize with it not written to your if it's not written to your standards. Okay. My girlfriend, 25 female, and I, 28 male, have a history of liking to get real sexual and comfortable in the car, but never actually having sex. To be honest, I don't quite feel comfortable with sex in the car since it's a little cramped, even though it's one of those full-size sedans. Anyways, when we first got together, she was still a virgin. Before we had sex for the first time, she got really horny in the car and tried to initiate. I told her no. You don't want your first time like this. Trust someone who's lost their virginity, especially for women. Sorry if this sounds sexist. You want a nicer environment. It's better that way. I mean, I always advocate for your first time is never going to be your best time. So get it the fuck over with. You know what I mean? That's just how it is for me. Like, if think about it like this. If you're a virgin right now, and you're like, oh, I want my first time to be like the greatest. No, because it ain't. It never will be. Nobody's is. There's nobody on fucking planet Earth where their first time having sex was their most amazing time having sex. It's never like that. Okay. My thing is if you find someone that you're in a relationship with and you're comfortable with and you feel like, ooh, I can give that, my virginity to this person, do it 100%. But no, it's going to be trash. So get it over with. Whether it's in the car, whether it's in the bathroom, whether it's at your mom's house, whether it's at your pop's house, whether it's at your Grammy's house, whatever. It's in the backyard, in the kitchen. It does not matter. Okay, it does not matter. Your first time is never gonna be your best time, so stop it. I can't like stress that enough. Where people think like, oh, your first time needs to be great. Oh, it needs to be special. Fuck that shit. It's never special and it's never great. You're gonna have better sex in your life. Trust. All right, chill out with all that bullshit. Fast forward a few months later, we've banged, and wow, she's got a high sex drive, almost as high as mine, which is really nice for a change, and I love her very dearly. In the car, she really likes dirty talk, asking me to fuck her from all sorts of positions, wants me to be rough, etc. This has gone on for like months, but I've never acted on it and actually initiated sex in the car. Recently, for some reason, it felt different. She was getting more persistent and asking me to fuck in a more affirmative way. Okay. Even asking me, do I have any condoms on me, which I never do. Keep in mind, I'm actually still a little uncomfortable, but I do not want her to be satisfied. Uncomfortable, but I do want her to be satisfied. So I went and got condoms one day and kept them in the car. She found out the next day and her eyes literally lit up. But I actually see a little hesitation, so I say, hey, maybe it's just not, maybe let's just not do it. She nods, and that's the end of it. The next time we're in the car, she's aggressive again, asking for sex. I repeatedly ask her, is she sure? She says yes, and eventually I got a little pissed and, she says yes, and eventually got a little pissed and said to me, why do you keep asking, do you want it? I take this as a surefire yes, and we fuck in the back seat. Even during the act, I repeatedly ask if she wants to stop. On the way home, she's quiet and I feel like something's wrong. Nigga, what? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you fucking up the mood? She already said yes. What kind of stupid shit is that? What girl wants to be sitting there getting smashed out and you're over here, do you want to stop? Oh, are you okay? Is everything fine? Like, bro, nobody wants to hear that shit. I bet she was in the passenger seat like, wow, that fucking sucked. She was like, bro, your dick game is trash. You're over here talking about, oh, are you okay? Oh, do you want to stop? Is it hurting you? Are you fine? Bro, What the fuck are you doing after she's over here being aggressive about it? If she's being aggressive about it, like she wants it, you fucking give it to her. What the oh my lord. I texted her that asking if everything is okay, and she said no. She says she doesn't feel loved and that it was a terrible experience. Exactly, bro. Because you're sitting there talking about, oh, are you okay? Oh, do you need me to stop? Like, bro, no. She said I promised her back then we would never fuck in the car, but I did anyways, and it violated her trust. What? Wait a minute. Huh? Okay, all right. You know, this is a little to me because it's like, wait a minute. You were the one that agreed to it. Like, what? You were the one being all aggressive in the car. First of all, I said no losing virginities in the car, so I don't know how that got mistranslated. And second of all, verbally, she's been begging for it, and I've repeatedly tried to confirm that this is if this is what she wants. She had all the right to stop at any moment in time, but now all the blame is on me? I feel terrible that she didn't have a good time, and I honestly didn't enjoy myself either. I'm super paranoid about this whole consent thing, and I'm afraid I just graped my girlfriend because she didn't want it after it happened. How should I have known that verbal and physical confirmation was not enough? Anyways, I apologize profusely and say it was hold on. Anyways, I apologize profusely and say it will never happen again. Meanwhile, the guilt is literally killing me. She offers no acknowledgement and says that she needs time, which I told her have as much as she needs. She then acted distant for about a week before saying she forgives me and goes back to her verbally sex-crazed self in front of me. But honestly, I'm a little traumatized. I haven't been willing to have sex for about a month now because I just don't feel safe anymore, and she's getting annoyed. I guess there's two of my assholes here. Am I the asshole for letting the sex happen in the car? Am I the asshole for being paranoid and feeling unsafe about the sex now? Okay, are you an asshole for letting the sex happen in the car? No. Why? Because for one, she wanted it. All right. Verbally, she was giving it off like body language, all that stuff. All right. She wanted to fuck. Two, you were constantly humping her, talking about, oh, do you want me to stop? Oh, are you okay? Is everything fine? You know, which led to trash dick, you know what I mean? So on and so forth. Three, the fact that you told her, hey, no, I distinctly said no losing virginities in the car. But, you know, we're past the virginity stuff now, and, you know, we're doing our thing, and we're dating, we're together, you know what I mean? You're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, you know? So, yes, you lost your virginity to me in a good way, and in the way that you guys wanted it, however you planned it, whatever the case may be. But, you know, you're over here telling me that you want to fuck me, you want to get fucked in the car, and then your body language is saying you want to get fucked in the car. So, are you the asshole for having sex in the car? Fuck no, because she wanted it. I think it was just the fact that you gave her some whack dick. She was probably just like, maybe I kind of regret it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Now, the second one, am I the asshole for being paranoid and feeling unsafe about it? No. If I'm being honest with you, I would be kind of a little weary too, just because I'm like, yo, are you about to, try to take me to court if I fuck you in my car again? You know what I mean? Think about it. Like, if it happens to where we're just driving somewhere and then, she has a condom in her mouth or whatever, and she's just like, ooh, and then you guys bang in the back seat, and then, she feels some type of way about it and then wants to like take you to court, on some allegations. It's like, damn, I was right to be a little weary about it, It's just like, damn, dude, that's a tough one because that's a fine line, bro, that you're kind of just walking along, and it's just like, I don't know if I want to do all that. Yeah, man, I don't know if I want to do all that. Hey, it's up to you, though, brother. I mean, she seems like a great girl, and obviously I think you're her first sexual experience, and you're her first, like, sexual partner, so she kind of doesn't really know how to navigate it just yet. And so with that, I think you should just talk to her more, just kind of be a little more open, let her know, hey, look, I got you, we're good, so on and so forth. And I think that might help her out a lot. So good luck on you, Chief, man. But god damn, that's crazy. All right, on to our next scenario. Let's see. Am I the asshole for telling my daughter's boyfriend that she was cheating? Woo! Goddamn. Hey, bro, your daughter.
She belongs to the streets.
Goddamn. All right. I, 36 male, divorced my wife, 36 female, a few months ago as she cheated on me with another man, and she took our kids with her. I have 2 sons and a daughter. Nick, 16-year-old, Michaela, 14-year-old, and Haley, 15-year-old. My eldest son, Nick, died due to a drug overdose. Damn, rest in peace. Mikhail and Haley visit me very often. They've always preferred me over their mother. Haley sometimes likes to stay the night and bring her friends or her boyfriend, Han, 16-year-old, over, and I don't mind it. Recently, I've been seeing her texting someone more often and giggling at her phone. I didn't question it since I thought it was most probably her boyfriend. I decided to ask her one day, and she told me it was one of her friends named Michael. I didn't really question any further after she said it was a friend, but I was really suspicious. Haley has never hidden anything from me. She has always been open and outgoing with me. One day, she invited both Michael and Han over with a few of her other friends over to my place. Mika was in my room with me. We were just chatting while I was folding laundry. I felt like asking Mikhail if he knew anything about Haley and Michael, since she was really touchy with Michael whenever they were together alone. I've seen them cuddling. I let my curiosity get the best of me, and I asked Mikhail about them. Mikhail froze for a moment and looked at me dead in the eyes, asked me to promise not to tell Haley or Han about this. I promised him, and he told me that Haley and Michael are in a relationship. Whoa. Okay. Haley didn't want Han to find out, and she and Michael had a deal to act like friends around Han. Han's family was wealthy, and Han gets Haley nice gifts really often. Damn, she's in it. She's in it for the money. She's only dating. She's like, I truly like Michael, but I like Han for his money. Damn, bro. Damn. Let's see. Nice gifts, and that's why Haley didn't break up with him. Hearing all this made me really upset with Haley. I didn't expect this from her. I felt the urge to tell Han about this. I was having second thoughts because he might get extremely heartbroken and there would be drama. But if this continues, it would lead to something much worse. I asked my son, Mikhail, if he has any evidence to back this up. He said there are pictures of Haley and Michael on her laptop. Haley and Mikhail stay in my 2 guest bedrooms upstairs whenever they come over. I went to Haley's room since she was distracted downstairs. Her laptop was on her desk. I knew it was wrong to look through her personal things, but I had to do this. Before I confront her, I looked through her pictures and did manage to find a few pictures that would give off that Haley and Michael were together. I transferred those pictures to my phone. After Haley's friends left, I didn't have any second thought. I told her we needed to talk, and she sat down. I told her that I'm being suspicious that he and Michael are together, or that she and Michael are together, and she's cheating on Han. She flatly denied it. I was disappointed. Later that night, I decided to text Han. I had his number because Haley lost her phone once, and she texted him through mine. Okay. I sent him the pictures and told him about Michael and her. He didn't, but he kept me on scene. Next morning, he came over and Haley was crying her eyes out. I knew what happened. She ran to me and hugged me. This gave me a clue that Han didn't tell her that I was the one who told him about it. Haley was crying and sobbing and told me that Han wanted to break up with her. I asked Han why. He gave me a smile and said that it wasn't working out between them. He thanked me before leaving. I still feel terrible about what I did, but it had to be done. Am I the asshole? Ah, man. If I'm being honest, bro, your daughter.
She belongs to the streets.
God damn. On one hand, I was like, why you in your kid's business? You know what I mean? Like, why are you in your kid's business? But on the other hand, he looks at it like, I went through what this young man is going through, and I don't want my daughter to use him, you know? And because I'm sure in his relationship, he probably felt used as well. You know what I mean? He probably felt used by his wife. He probably felt used, you know, in his relationship and so on and so forth. So, you know, it's one of those things where he was like, I don't want this young man to be discouraged by dating or be discouraged to get in relationships and so on and so forth because of my daughter, you know, and it shouldn't hurt my daughter all that much. Why? Because you got another penis to go cry on, you know, like you're doing fine. You got a guy, you know, if anything, Han should be the one crying because that nigga was getting cheated on. He was getting fucked over because you were buying him gifts and, you know, or she was, you know, he was buying you gifts and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, my biggest thing is I think he's not the asshole. I think he did the right choice. You know, he did the right thing. He's a good dad. And sometimes, you know, you got to look out for kids when their parents can't look out for them. You know, my dad was always that way with other kids. You know, he always looked out for them when, you know, their parents couldn't look out for them. And he was always that kind of like father figure and father role and stuff. And so, you know, it's understandable 100%. And so I do think he did the right thing, you know what I mean? Because that would have, if he would have found out a different way or, you know, if it would have came out differently, I think he would have really been in a mindset of like, I fucking hate women and, you know, I'm going to be like, fuck bitches and they ain't shit and this and that and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? It was just like, all right, you know, you can kind of walk away from it without too much damage, you know what I mean? So, all right. We're going to get into our last scenario. My mom found the masturbation closet. Nigga, what? What? What the fuck is a masturbation? Bro.
Stop it. Get some help.
Because you got a whole closet, bruh. It's so over for me, and I'll never recover from this shame. I legitimately want to stop living. All right. Let's see what this is all about because this nigga said, I got a masturbation closet. What the fuck? So, I'm 22 and live at home. I use my closet to jerk off in, and since I was a kid, I legitimately stand in there and finish in the corner of the carpet, then slide my dresser back over the corner. There's literally almost a decade of cum built up there. When you get close, the smell is absolutely foul, but sometimes I'll spray Febreze on it to hide the smell. Nigga, what? Yesterday, my mother surprised me with a new dresser for Christmas instead of the old Value Village one that's been there since I was born. We put the new one together and she said she'll help move the old one. Panic set in and I told her, here, it's okay, I'll swap it out myself. But she walked over and slid it back before I could stop her. I hadn't sprayed Febreze in it in too long, so it's definitely rank. She screamed, oh my God, what is this? Then she realized what it is and yelled at me, told me I'm disgusting pervert and an animal and I need to clean it up immediately. My dad overheard her shouting and came to see what was going on. He didn't say a word. He just put his face in his hand and dry heaved when he saw the closet and left my room. I got the carpet shampooer she owns and ran it, but the cum is so ingrained in the carpet and actually soaked through over the years that there is just a huge obvious stain there now. My parents didn't talk to me for the rest of Christmas Day and they left for Christmas dinner at my grandmother's without me. Eventually they came back and my mom wants me to see a counselor now. My dad still can't look at me and hasn't talked to me. This was the worst Christmas ever. Bro, he said over 10 years of jizz in this corner. what in the absolute fuck? Like, I understand jerking off in your closet, whatever, man. Do what you gonna do. But why are you jizzing on the carpet? Like, bro, you could have got a sock. You could have got paper towel. You could have just did it in your hand. You could like, what in the fuck? And then my biggest thing is, you would just jizz on the carpet and then just leave it there? Like, you don't clean up, you don't do nothing? Bro, that's absolutely fucking disgusting. If I'm being honest with you, I would, at that point, I would just fucking cut up the carpet. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to at that point. I would just cut up the carpet, because it's like, dude, no, I'm not going to have foul jizz smell in my house. Like, bro, a decade? A decade. That is crazy, man. What in the fuck? I swear, man, and I've said it tons of times before, this show just, oh my God, it exposes me to like the weirdest of the weirdest people in this world. Like, who the fuck does this? And I guarantee you there are more guys out there that do stuff like this, who just jizz on their carpet and they're just like, cool, I'm not going to clean it up. That's just going to be my jizz corner. Oh my God. All right, man. Look, I'm done. Fucking A, dude. This episode has been kind of crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. What in the hell has been going on? Oh, Lordy. All right. That's going to end it for today. Thank you guys so much, man, for all the support. Please keep supporting on TikTok and Instagram, as well as supporting on listening platforms. Keep downloading the podcast. Please rate the podcast. 5 stars is preferable, but you know, if you're gonna rate it honest. But it does help the show. Thank you guys so much, you know, for watching. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. $3 a month for an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenarios, like the weird ass nigga that sent in this one. Jesus Christ, man. Like the other ones were pretty tame, you know, they're pretty chill, but this nigga's weird, bro. God damn, man. The lengths some guys go through for shit, it's just like, okay. But that's gonna do it for me, man. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. I'll see you guys later, and peace.